Well, as I was saying to somebody earlier, the thing about the Occupy Wall Street movement is there's no music. Where's the music? And that worries me. I mean, I think the artists and bands of today, they're on what I call data overload. They've got too many choices, and it's so eclectic. There's no actual fraternity or movement. 33 years ago when we started, everyone you knew, your mates, everyone was in a band. Everyone, yeah, even if they couldn't play, it didn't matter. Everyone was in a band, and there was this sense of fraternity that we could change something. And somewhere along the line, this has been lost. And it says a lot that these old geezers in their 50s are trying to rekindle this flame, and that the younger generation, they have a long way to go yet. Gosh, I sound like an old man. So, if there is any kind of legacy, I'd say, of Killing Joke, it would be in the area of self-education, because, you know, I left school at 14 and I was just living in squats and I was getting into trouble. I used to come home and smash the house up tripping and invite Hell's Angels and all sorts of people to my mum's house, and without music it could have easily gone the other way. And for my colleagues as well, and bear in mind that in Killing Joke we have one qualified priest, we have 2 architects, and 3 of us lecture at universities, one of us conducts and composes for orchestra, and everybody's so multi-talented. We have one of the finest art restorers in the world who looks after the Rockefeller's collection and flies to David Rockefeller's house regularly. And so what I'm trying to say is nobody's got any high school exams. So Killing Joke has been our entire university, our entire further education, and the need for everybody to self-educate. I mean, it doesn't stop even if you finish university. It goes on until you're 6 foot under. You keep educating yourself, and this is something that's really dear to me. And you know, there's so many people that they leave school and they feel that society has already judged them and deems them worthless individuals, and they must feel the same anger that I think we all felt in Killing Joke. And so we've used rock music as a therapeutic medium to stop us going mad. So we channel all our aggression, all our darkest thoughts, all our fears into this music, and really it's kept us on the straight and narrow, which is why in the months of May and June I'm travelling across New Zealand, because I've never even visited most of New Zealand because I'm always working in Auckland, York Street, or on the island where I live. I'm going to be travelling all the way through the cities of New Zealand, and we're doing something called the Big Thrash Masterclass, where myself and another very qualified person will take any bands that are loud, rebellious, and with a can I swear? With a fuck off attitude, and no pop bands, please. They've got to be loud and aggressive, and for free we will help with masterclasses with these bands and get them to a level that we can record them, so we can create more bands. We encourage people to be in and to create as many bands out of New Zealand as possible. If we take Finland, for example, which is only 1 million more than New Zealand's population, if you see the amount of bands that are coming out of Finland, they put New Zealand to shame, and we've got to catch up. And so our Big Thrash masterclasses are aimed at revitalising the entertainment industry here, that benefits places like this, like the power station that is going down economically at the moment. The reason why the big day out's not there anymore is because people don't have the money, and the whole thing's collapsing economically. And people don't have the money. They have to take choices between, can I afford this DVD, or can I afford to go to a concert? That's why audience numbers are shrinking. And so in a way to counteract this, we have to encourage younger people to start bands, form bands, and make a lifestyle choice. It's not about the money, it's not about being a rock star or celebrity, it's about being sane, because the therapeutic benefits of extreme rock music, they kept us on the straight and narrow, and this combined with self-education, that's all you need. And this way you'll avoid a huge student loan. And while we're on the subject of student loans, I have to recount this latest adventure of mine, whereby just before I went on tour, I was given this dubious accolade of being given an honorary doctorate of a university. And I thought about it, and then I met this guy called Toby and another girl called Angela while I was on tour, before I sort of made my mind up. And they were finishing off their PhD, and they had £100,000 worth of student loans. Wow. Each to pay off. And out of respect to them, I turned down my honorary doctorate from the university that shall remain nameless, and I wouldn't respect myself or indeed anybody else who received such a fictitious title. So that you see how a tour can change the way you think and your actions. One of the wonderful things about Killing Joke is we have a kind of open dressing room policy after a show. After we've regathered our energy after a Killing Joke show, we like to meet as many people as possible. And indeed, before a show, when everyone's coming in and watching support bands, you'll see the members of Killing Joke walking around saying hello to everybody. So Killing Joke concerts are less concerts, but more like a forum of for people with dissenting thoughts. And that's the way it started back in '79, and that's the way it's going to continue, The one thing I'd like to sort of point out is how to win with a band. Firstly, never split up. Even when they tell you that you're shit and you have no meaning, keep going. Because a winner never quits and a quitter never wins. That's number one. Number two, split all royalties and everything equally. Even if two people do most of the songwriting, it's not the point. The point is to split everything up equally so everyone feels they're part of it and everybody is fighting equally also. And then, with a bit of luck, after many years have passed, they'll end up telling you that they've loved you all along, right? And then you might be as lucky as I've been. I could have been a common criminal, and so many wonderful things have happened to me. But the most beautiful thing is, apart from being a New Zealander, which is the greatest award I've ever had, is this Christmas, 33 years on, with the same band lineup. There's Geordie, the guitarist of Killing Joke, and myself. We're on holiday together after recording an album over on the island, and Big Paul, he's lost his father. He went to stay with Youth, our bass player in London, and you see, this is after working together. We're all the best of friends, and I could never have one best man. I'd have to have three if I ever got married again. And so I feel utterly blessed. And so remember this. Thank you and good night.